live from the #1 fishing port in America. Welcome to the Paul Santos Show. Yeah, baby mama. This is the place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining. Tonight, a great guest, a real star with those sticks, a great drummer, came all the way down from Boston to be with us, Mr. Zeke Martin.
Zeke in the house, boy. Yeah.
And of course, my partner in crime, the sidekick of the century, Mr. Chops Turner. There he is.
Hey, man.
Look at the 40.
Oh, let's go, man.
He's getting a face wash.
Man.
He's getting a face wash.
Yeah, he's getting man.
Toss some comments our way, no haters, no haters. It's positive comments. Say hello to Chops, say hello to both of us. And oh yeah, baby, Superman.
Oh yeah, Superman, get out of here.
Superman, all right. All right, here we go. Time for the news, all right? Time for the news.
Yeah.
You know that big company, Moderna, they're now saying that they have a vaccine that could potentially be 94.5% effective. That's pretty good. I was thinking, I'm kind of getting tired of wearing the mask, aren't you? Wearing a mask all the time,
Yeah,
it kind of get annoying. Nice to have the vaccine. I said to my wife the other day, I said, honey, I wear this mask all the time. I swear to God, I can smell my own breath. And she went, oh, that's gross. I'm like, what?
You can taste it, right?
You get any mints over there?
Yeah.
So then she said, now you know what I've been smelling all these years. I thought it was because of the pandemic she was 6 feet away. Turned out it was another.
Now you know why, right?
A whole other issue. Somebody said, hey, Santos, you need some comedy writers. Not as long as I'm married, I'm all set. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, wait a minute. News alert here. News alert.
Oh, news alert.
People are Christmas shopping already.
Wow, already?
I was at the mall the other day. I saw this with my own eyes. There's Christmas music playing. There's Christmas trees up, and I'm like, oh, my God. Now, there is one good thing about going to the mall. You can kind of run into people that you haven't seen in a while. Mm-hmm. In fact, I met a woman the other day who started updating her life. She was telling me what's going on. I said, hey, what's going on with you? She said, well, I've been with the same man for a long time, but I'm not sure I want to get married again. So I said, well, is he cutting down on one knee? She said, no, but if he did, he might not be able to get up.
That sounds like me.
I thought, boy, that's
like me.
It's the second time around, it's not too good. So then, being the nice guy that I am, it's a little awkward, I figured, well, let me change the subject. I said, gee, it's a nice necklace you got there. She went, well, that's coconut. And I was like, it's coconut? She said, no, there's coke in it. I was like, all right. All right, well, Merry Christmas and have a good night.
My God, boy, you crazy.
That's
man.
actually not how it went. I'm just kidding. That's what they call comedy license. Comedy license.
Oh, God.
Hey, Chops.
Yes.
There was some leftover stuff that I cut from other shows.
Lord,
and then I was like, what am I going to do with this stuff now? I got nothing tonight. So then I went back to the floor with the scrap heap. I figured I'd pull some.
Back to the drawing board.
It's like taking Cam Newton off the scrap heap.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. You have a dog, right?
Yeah.
I think I talked to you one time and I could hear the dog barking in the background.
Oh, God.
How about a cat? You have a cat?
Used to.
Used to. What happened to it?
My mother came on, let it out, and never came back.
Oh, boy. There's a joke there.
She wasn't the show tonight, too. She knows it's true. She came over and let
She opened the door and it never came back.
Yeah, right. Kitty was looking. And I found my ex-wife. Oh, there she is. No.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's great. Oh, God. Well, anyway, little Superman over here.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when it comes, if you don't have that cat, I know a guy in Dartmouth that has a cat, right? And he's looking for some name ideas. Yeah, that's good.
He's all choked up over here.
There's a guy in Dartmouth who's looking for some name ideas for his cat. He was on Dartmouth helping Dartmouth. A guy by the name of Scott McLaren. Take a look at this cat and tell me if you think you can come up with a good name for this cat right here. See that cat right there? I don't know. I think this guy's getting a shaft. That's what I think. Wait a minute.
That's a cute little cat.
Is that the cat your mother-in-law let out?
It looks just like no wonder I couldn't find him.
Wait a minute.
Oh, man.
I thought I was going cockeyed there for a second. Yeah. Well, anyway,
Oh, man.
there are a couple of people online that typed in some names like Norman Chapino said, "How about Napoleon Bonaparte?" And then somebody else said Whitey Bulger. That was Sean McDonald's idea. Whitey Bulger. Anyway, yep.
Oh,
hey,
Lord.
if you see that cat, call Chops Turner. All right, here we go. That's a crazy, bad, middle school humor. I just can't help it.
No, it's good humor.
Well, anyway, the state changed all the highway exit numbers. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
I didn't notice. Can't see anyway.
I'm going that way.
I can't see anyway.
Anyway, it used to be exit 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Now it's by mile marker, exit 10,
yes?
exit 20, by mile marker. So
Okay.
the other day,
I didn't even notice.
yeah, I was on the exit
You all
the
look
other
the same
day.
to me.
I was on an exit the other day, and I got flipped off on the exit. And I
You
thought,
did?
well, look at the bright side. That's the first time that it happened on exit 10. Used to be exit 2. Now it's exit 10. All right, let's put the cat back up there. How about Woody? Buttafuoco.
What a Fuku. Oh, God.
All right.
man.
Is the guest still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
He hasn't made a run for it? He came all the way down from Boston for this.
I know. All the way from Boston.
Don't you feel bad now? No, actually, I asked him before. I said, have you ever seen the show? And he said, yeah. And I'm thinking he came anyway. Isn't that great? Well, anyway. I guess tonight is from the Boston area. We talked a couple times. I saw how talented he was. I'm like, hey, I got to get this guy in the show. So he watched the show a couple of times. It's like, what else am I going to? I'll drive down there, These poor guys are struggling along here, So hopefully he hasn't changed his mind. I know, seriously. Talented with a capital T. Say hello to Mr. Zeke Martin. Yeah.
Hey! Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to be here. So what are your impressions so far? Just
So far, so good. There's a slight issue with Chop's wardrobe. But other than that, I used to be a 49ers fan back in the day. So, yeah. Used to be. Come on now.
Back when they were good?
Back when they were good, right. Montana and Rice and Ronnie Lott and Steve Young, Back when they had ground, like it was dirt. That's how old I am.
What about the Patriots? You pull for the Patriots once in a while?
Yeah, once before they got rid of a certain quarterback.
Okay, yeah, no, I know. All right, let's learn about you. You are not originally from this area, right?
No, I was born in. Where was I born? Oh yeah, right.
Are you running for president?
I was born in. Where was I now? I was born in Belgium and lived in Europe for 13 years, and then came here in 1986.
All right, and why did you come? Do you?
You know what? At the time, my parents wanted me to have kind of like a American upbringing, and so I kind of were always in the books and stuff like that, living in France, and then when I came here, it was like being able to play in the streets and like having friends and all that stuff. So went to high school in Cambridge, graduated in 1990, and I graduated in 1992. Proud of it, class of '92, CRLS. Thank you.
That's the year. That's the year that you were blocking out.
Yeah. I'm 47.
Yeah, way up there.
So
then here in the Boston area, you went to Northeastern, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Actually, I went to School of Life. If people aren't familiar with that, that's you skip college and you never graduate. And you don't have a big college bill when you're done. The only problem is when you're done, that means you're dead. So that's a slight problem. But anyways, I digress. No, I went to School of Life.
This show is rubbing off on you.
Apparently, it's definitely just watching you guys, I'm trying to keep up, you know. Trying to keep up with you guys. You know, no, went to School of Life and moved to New York and, you know, cut my teeth there and then came back to Boston. And I, you know, got my name by playing with a bunch of people. And I used to I actually played with Chops a couple times at Slade's and played at Darryl, Bob the Chef's back in the day, and so many clubs in Boston. So, you know, I just kind of started making a name for myself. And just, you know, here I am.
Well, we got a couple of clips of Zeke here,
God,
and
no.
two clips to be exact.
Okay, good.
Clip number one is a song called California and Wine, and I don't know, Chops, that sounds pretty good right about now. California and a little vino there, followed by a couple of songs from the Boston Jazz Festival, Boom Bay and Airplane Funk. Here's a little clip of Zeke Martin. All right, how about that guy with the trombone, man? That was awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy behind the drums, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Yeah, trombone player was Brian Thomas and Gennaro Landgreb on guitar and Dominic Davis on bass.
How did you end up teaching over at Northeastern?
So actually, that's a great story. So I was living in New York and going back and forth between New York and Boston. I was teaching here. So after I graduated high school, I moved out to California, came back to Boston, was here for a bit, moved out to New York, came back to Boston, was here for a bit. That's kind of when I started making my name, and then moved back to New York. A lot of moving. And then, so I was coming back and forth, and I was playing with a band, a wedding band called Stardust, and they had a sub guitar player, this guy named Gennaro Landgreb. And so we were talking, and musicians, when they meet, you know, you hand your card and stuff like that, and you start talking. He's like, hey, I do the lesson program at Northeastern. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, you know, I might be looking for a drummer. I was like, okay. And then I didn't hear from him for like, man, several months. And then about a few days before classes start, he's like, hey, are you still interested in teaching at Northeastern? I was like, yeah, I would love to. He's like, great, you start on Monday.
Great.
So, and I've been there for 13 years now. And then during the summer times, I teach at Berklee School of Music for percussion weekend, and also help out a good friend of mine named Scott Cerulli, who teaches there. He's actually been teaching at Berklee for 20 years, doing guitar sessions. So I try to stay busy, and when there's no pandemic, I do about 200 shows a year with my band as well as other bands. My band's called Zeke Martin and the Oracle. You can find us here. Shameless plug. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and just look for the bald guy. So.
Well, speaking of the Oracle, we actually have another clip here.
Oh, yeah. Good.
This clip is going to start out with Zeke doing a drum solo, which is always fun. And then Snuggle Noodles at Berklee College of Music. And then, of course, the Oracle with Pat Loomis, who was here on the show.
Oh, yeah, right.
Great
Awesome.
guy. And also a thing called Home Groove. So here again, Zeke Martin. All right. Oh, man, he's just going off right there, man. That was great.
You know, it's
that was
I'm
fantastic.
just having fun, man. That's what it's all about. Just having fun.
Yeah,
Just having a
absolutely.
good time.
So you got family here.
I have two kids. I have a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old, Isaiah and Jeremiah. My 9-year-old, Isaiah, just won the Super Bowl for flag football.
All right.
I'm super proud of him. Proud dad, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm actually in the midst of writing a drum book as well. And let's see, what else, man?
An author. He's an author. He's a dad. He's a
Musician,
teacher,
yeah.
musician. He's got a lot going on
I try
here.
to stay busy. I try to stay busy, for sure.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What about future plans, like in the near future? Anything coming up?
Near future, there's a nap coming when I get home. And
That's very near future.
That's very near future. You know what? We actually, I have a few gigs. Surprisingly, I don't know how this is possible, but tomorrow, live streaming a gig actually with Pat Loomis. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and then on Friday, I'm actually playing in Connecticut at this place called the Stomping Ground. And then this weekend, I'm going to be in the studio, and the following weekend, I'm going to be in the studio. So, you know, I'm lucky and blessed, knock on some wood, that, you know, I'm still kind of working during this pandemic, which is, you know, I'm super, super lucky and blessed to be doing that. So.
Well, I know you know some people that have ties to our great city of New Bedford.
Yes.
Jackie Santos comes to
Yes.
mind,
Yep.
and Joaquin Santos
Most
come to
definitely.
mind. So
Most definitely.
tell
And
me
I've
about your
played-
connection.
And I've actually played here a few times. The Greasy Luck
Okay, yep.
and the Poor Farm Tavern.
Yes.
Yep, played there a few times. So yeah, it's great. And Jackie and Joaquin, man. So I know Jackie from Berklee, and then meeting his son is just you know, just from us kind of talking and hanging out and stuff like that. So it was more of like, hey, this is my son. Oh, cool, yeah. And just start hanging out and talking. And we have actually multiple friends in common, and
You guys are all drummers.
we're all drummers, exactly. So you
You
know,
have something in common.
exactly. So you know, we like to, And I used to have, back in the day, actually, I used to have a show on YouTube called The Drum Show. And so I actually interviewed both of them for the drum show and stuff like that. So, yeah, really good friends, old friends. And actually, that's how I was able to get on the show here. So really thankful for
Absolutely.
Joe
We're really
Keane and
glad you
stuff,
came
so.
down. You
Yeah,
know, one of
great
the things
time.
that's fun is we like to talk to musicians. We like to talk about people that are passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
And just looking at those clips, the Oracle and so forth, I
man,
can
thank
tell
you.
that you have a lot of passion for
Oh,
it.
thank you. Yeah, it's, I've been doing this for over 30 years. So it's definitely, in my blood. My father was a famous jazz drummer that Stu Martin played with, Herbie Hancock, John McLaughlin, Thelonious Monk and stuff like that before he passed away. And then, so it's in my blood. So I've been doing it, my whole life.
Well, if you go to YouTube and you look at the Oracle,
Yep.
you'll see a lot of the clips that you saw before, longer format clips and so forth, interviews, all kinds of stuff with this gentleman right here. Very, very fascinating, talented individual.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Zeke Martin, thank you for coming down to the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for coming down from the big city tonight. Couple of pictures here tonight, the pictures of the week, and this first one here is the New Bedford picture of the week. Absolutely beautiful. Chops knows this one. Butler Flats, that's right, beautiful South End of New Bedford.
yeah,
And you know what
down
that
there,
is?
right
You know what
there.
that is? That picture was actually taken the morning of the earthquake. Everything
beautiful.
was so quiet and serene, and next thing you know, boom, 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 boom,
I
boom.
might take a ride out there,
Anyway.
man. Peace out there.
Yeah,
Peace
really,
and quiet.
yeah, nice and get away from it all.
Get away from it all.
That picture was taken by Victor Lorenzo. And then in Fall River, let's take a look at the one and only Braga Bridge. There it is. It's like looking
Boy,
towards.
that seems
Yeah, that's
very.
a Braga Bridge, looking towards Somerset.
Is that it? Illumination?
Yeah, it's an illumination. Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow,
those are the
man.
cars like whizzing by and stuff.
Wow.
And that picture was taken by
That's how they
Trevor.
drive out there. Huh?
Trevor Santana. Yeah, you better take it
Yeah,
slow
Fall
over there.
River, man.
By the way, Chops did a video collaboration with a group called Trifecta in NYC
Yeah.
in New York City called Enough is Enough. You can check that out on YouTube as well. And, by the way, I'm supposed to be having my second singing lesson tonight. Not tonight, Wednesday night, excuse
Hey,
me.
Josh gonna give you some singing lessons.
This Scotch over here?
Yeah, Josh gonna give you some singing lessons.
Hey, actually, you know what? Just give me, just humor me. I've been practicing my range. Just give me 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
can you give me? All right,
You can.
all right. Me. You got to sing from the diaphragm.
It's
know.
like
Me. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, lovers at first sight. What are the chances we'll be sharing love before the night is through? Ooh.
hey, man, all right.
Did you hear that little? Did you hear that little?
Yeah, all right. I like that,
All right. I know that was a mercy applause,
man. Hey,
but I'll take it. Huh?
you're hired, man. I'm gonna hire you, man. Zeke's gonna hire you, man.
Hey, you want to be one of? Hey, Chops, you want to be one of my backup singers?
He's starting
He's already got him in the back. He's already got him in the back.
He already
already.
put me back already, man. God, no, man.
He's already got him in the
I'm
background.
the
already.
lead singer, man.
I know, yeah. No, you're the lead singer. There's
no,
no
no,
question about that. No question
No, I
about that.
love singing. Background really actually is a great thing, man. You learn how to sing harmonies.
Right.
It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I do that with Colleen, man. Oh, man.
Right. Now let me pull that jacket aside a little bit. What the hell is
Hey,
that?
what's up, man?
What does that SF stand for?
Yeah.
I know what it stands for.
Man.
It stands for so F
No, it says,
because they ain't going anywhere.
no, it says for soul food.
Hey, can you hook me up?
Yeah.
You hook me up after the show?
Yeah, the show, man. Some collard greens, some ham hocks. Oh, he just.
I'll get you some linguiça, right?
Yeah, linguiça,
My people.
I'm telling you, I love it, man.
Oh, is it?
I
Yeah.
love the. What's
How about
that,
Shanice? You like that too?
Oh yeah. No, I don't eat chorizo, but I like the what do you call it? The kale soup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, kale soup.
Hey, you know what makes
Your
a
wife cook
really
that?
awesome kale soup?
that?
My wife.
My wife, wow, I love
Yeah.
kale soup. It's really, really nice.
All right, I'll
Some
remember
hot
that.
sauce on top.
I'll remember.
Remember that, man. Save me some when you get
Now,
some.
by the way, the Patriots, right? I stayed up. I
man.
watched the Patriots, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just like, at the line of scrimmage, it's just like steamrolling these guys. And I'm like, oh, this is really great, I can't wait to see Chops tomorrow. So then I see Chops, and he's like, oh, Baltimore, they stink. They stink. They run.
Oh, so bad,
come on, you're not going to give the Patriots any credit?
Man, they did his thing.
Huh?
I was looking for more domination from the Baltimore, man.
But what about
they were
the
too soft.
Patriots' offensive line? They played
They
well.
played good, man. I mean, they did what they had to do.
You're a football player, right?
Oh,
So I know when you watch the games, you're always talking about this guy's
Yeah.
out of position, this guy.
Right,
You
right,
really
right.
watch it more in depth than just
Oh, yeah, I
than
do,
the average
man.
fan does.
Being on the field, you never get off the field because mentally you're always
Right.
they could be. I'm on the field. I'm always on the field when I'm off the field.
Oh, so I thought.
yeah.
I thought to myself, okay, we got Chops here as a
Yeah, I'm always
sidekick.
on the- oh,
Plus, he's
yeah.
a great singer,
yeah.
but he also has this knowledge in
Oh,
football. So now I
man.
got a whole thing
Yeah.
that I haven't tapped.
Yes, sir. Bro.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
like the Patriots, you think they can make the playoffs, or?
I think they can.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, they
Wow.
looked pretty good. If
This
they
is
can
coming
do it.
from somebody that's not a
No,
Patriots fan.
I mean if they keep running like they do and pass like they got a good chance.
I mean, Houston, they're not that good.
already in it. I think they got a chance to play in the playoff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got Houston this week. They stink.
Yeah.
If they can beat them, they'll be 5-5. And then I don't know, who's the quarterback in San Francisco now? Is it like the third guy
I
down or
forget that
something?
guy's name,
It's like the
man.
third guy down the
he-
string.
Oh, God. He played good at one game, then he comes in and throws an interception, and he's just not. I don't know. They don't have the Montana skills. You know what I mean? Montana was.
Oh, the second best quarterback in history.
Oh, man. The first quarterback. What's that now? Montana was impeccable, man. He was flawless, man.
No, I know he was.
You know,
I know he was.
and the touch pass. When the guy's open, the back swings out, you got to throw a touch pass. Some guy trying to throw a bullet. The guy's right next to you throwing a
Yeah,
bullet.
right.
No,
but there's some
tough. It's
similarities with Brady, though, because Brady would do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, but Brady learns from,
Right.
his mentor was Joe Montana.
But the way he can read a defense.
Oh,
Brady,
yeah, but
right?
he can
it's
read.
All like,
the
guy's 44 years old.
I got to give Brady credit. He's a great reader. He knows how to read defenses. man.
All I know is that I see him there at 44 years old, and
He's killing him, man.
I got some, a lot of
yeah.
stiffness and a lot of things, and I'm thinking, hey, how about if we go up and do the TB12 method, you and me, drink a lot of water, pliability, and all that.
Man, I don't know.
Hey, by the way, Chops just showed me a picture of when he was playing football. You're gonna send that to me. I'm gonna send it to Josh. Oh man, you look like Lean Mean Joe Green or something. Look like the Chops had a little bit less pork on it.
I was skinny then, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
I'm sorry.
I didn't eat 2 dozen eggs like I do now.
All I know is I'm looking at that
And
guy.
a whole
Like,
ham.
if I'm the quarterback, I'm getting the hell out of there. That guy looks mean. You see this guy laughing over here and all that? Forget that. This guy, he was a mean defensive back. Back in the day, when he first came in here, he was a little edgy there. His team got beat.
Then I was playing PlayStation. I played PlayStation 2. And,
Before you came down here?
Oh, yeah, I played
and
PlayStation.
you
So
got
I
beat?
lost a couple of games. I was a little bad. So excuse me, Giles, with my little edge. But I came back and beat him before I got here. I came back and beat him. I won like 2.
Wait,
20 games.
You play it for money?
No, but I play, because
No.
I'm not on the field anymore. So, oh man, you gotta have something to substitute that.
Right.
My wife don't understand that. She thinks I'm you're not doing too much, and it's just I'm what do you call avid football player. Man.
Right. Well, that's why as we're going down the stretch, I think what we're going to do is at the end of the show, we're going to take 5 minutes because we got all this knowledge right here that's going to waste. Like he's a sidekick, fantastic singer, unbelievable. Now I'm like, oh, he's got all this football knowledge too. Oh, this is all being wasted. We want to be able to tap right into that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that just about wraps it up tonight.
Thank you a lot, bro.
I'm
with the show.
I'm getting the cutoff. We got to get out of here before the curfew.
Oh yeah, the curfew 9:30, right? Oh shoot.
You don't want anybody to say the freaks come out at night. That's us. Remember that song, The Freaks Come Out at Night? Anyway, I'd like to thank our guest who was very nice to come down here and put up with us. Mr. Zeke Martin, here he is right there. You know what's great about Zeke?
He's a phenomenal.
Yeah, I saw the clip. But you know what I liked even more than all the talent is after he jumped in the chair, he just never picked up a beat. Like he picked right up. He picked right up where you left off. He was going.
laid back guy.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no,
he's, I mean, he's serious about his art. You know, that's
Yeah,
a
go
great
to
thing.
go
I
to
respect
YouTube,
that.
check
I
out the
respect
Oracle
that.
when you
I
saw those
respect
clips.
that.
It's great stuff, great
Yeah.
stuff. All right, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Bay Coats and Duso and Zader, producers Josh Souza and Justin Pereira. Right over here.
Yeah! Woo!
The sales rep, Justin Belmonte's out there that's starting us out over there.
Yeah.
And next week we have a great show. We have Juliana Amaral, the young lady who is about 18, 19 years old, sings all Led Zeppelin music. She's going to sing a song with her grandfather who does Beatles music,
Wow,
played in a
that's gonna be
Beatles
great.
tribute band. So granddaughter and grandfather,
Wow,
Juliana
grandfather.
Amaral and a grandfather, plus Michael Jung of the Salvation Army talking about Christmas need
Wow.
this year. All right, thanks again to Zeke. Thanks, Chops. Thanks, everyone. I'm Paul. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.